have to stop the questions from the audience right now, and we're going to have to move on to closing statements. Now, for closing statements, we're going to go in the opposite order that we did for opening statements. So, Ms. Foster, we're going to start with you.
Moderator, how long for the closing statements?
2 minutes for the closing statements.
Again, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting tonight's debate, and I'd like to thank all of you, the public, who came out to voice your issues and concerns and ask questions that will be prominent for the future of Morristown. I've lived my entire life here in Morristown, and I've volunteered my time in a variety of ways. I've served on the planning board. I founded Our Youth, Their Future to provide activities and programs for the youth in our community. One of the particular reasons I am pleased to announce the partnership with Chase is because I think that our youth really need financial literacy. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope that you all who have children will come out and participate in that event. As I've served as a member of the town council since last fall, I believe giving back to our community is great. I enjoy the service, and I do a lot of hard work for the town. Throughout my time of town council, and now as I campaign, I've met so many of you, so many residents, so many owners, so many visitors to our town, and I've listened to the concerns and your suggestions. Anyone who knows me knows that I believe in listening and taking your input and putting it to work. I truly believe that that's the most effective way to govern and ensure that we are making the best decisions for the town of Morristown. In closing, I'd like to thank my running mates, Mayor Tim Doherty, Council President Michelle Harris, and Michael Elms. I am proud to work with them together. We are meeting so many dedicated people who care so deeply about Morristown. I am also grateful to be a tremendous supporter and to receive so much support from you all. Thank you again, and I hope that you will vote on June 4th to help make Morristown a model community for New Jersey. Vote the Doherty team.
Thank you. Ms. Williams?
Thank you guys all again for coming out, and League of Women Voters. I've walked the streets of Morristown, and I've listened to what the residents have to say and what they're upset about. Their streets aren't clean, the trees lining the streets aren't cut, they're stacking, and their property taxes are outrageous. I can't stand here and say I will be able to fix all the problems our residents face, but I can promise you that I will work as hard as I can. I will listen, and if I don't know something, I will research and ask. I'm here tonight because I truly love the town of Morristown, and I'm here to fight to hold on to it before we lose it to special interest groups. I was born and raised here, my parents were, and my grandparents, and I plan to raise my daughters here. The residents of Morristown deserve a truly open body of government and nothing less. I can disagree, but I have the skills to find compromise. I will be no one's puppet, I will not be intimidated, and I will not be told how to vote. But I will represent and listen to all the people of Morristown. Please vote for me on June 4th for a fresh voice of Morristown.
Thank you.
I also like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting this together today. I'd like to thank you for coming out on a Monday night to hear us candidates. This has been a great process for me. I try to take everything in stride and learn from it. And from that, I've been able to also teach and educate others. I believe the quality of life in Morristown is going in the right direction. We just need to keep pushing in that direction. I believe wholeheartedly to save costs, reduce property taxes, we must look at social media. There's things that we can do for free to save us money. We must look at solar energy. There's ways that we can reduce our carbon footprint and save money. I also want to just keep one thing very clear. I'm proud of everybody up here for taking the time away from their families and running for this position. It's a lot of hard work, but most importantly, you the residents have inspired me. I was campaigning down in the 2nd Ward, and I was very frustrated. A young lady said, a seasoned lady said to me, "Keep on going, honey, we're praying for you." That reset my button and kept me ringing on bells. I'm going to work harder than you ever would believe. If anyone knows me in this room, they know I work. I've been a member of this planning board for a lot of years. I don't state what I do because I don't want you to know what I do, because I do it for a different reason. I do it because that's where my heart is, and that's what I must do, and that's what I'm conditioned to do because of my faith. Again, thank you very much for coming tonight, and please vote for Mike Poole on June 4th. Thank you.
I would like to thank the League for holding this forum tonight. So in closing, I want to reiterate my commitment to open government. A memorandum on transparency and open government was issued by President Obama in his first acceptance speech. It outlined 3 principles for promoting an open government: transparency, participation, and cooperation. He called on the public to help shape how that commitment is fulfilled, and I'm calling on you to continue that effort to help determine the future of Morristown. I want you to know that there are always complicated issues facing our municipality, but the importance is how you resolve those issues together. Here I stand before you stating that I am committed to continue to push for the processes that will move our community forward for a greener Morristown, affordable Morristown, safer Morristown, and financially solid Morristown. I can only do this with your help, and I believe you will give me and the Doherty team, Toshiba Foster, Michael Elms, and Mayor Tim Doherty, the opportunity on June 4th. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to also thank the League of Women Voters for affording me the opportunity to appear before you this evening. In my closing summation, I am still very much concerned that we pay attention to the issue of inclusion, because diversity is healthy and it's prosperous for Morristown. It is not an illness. We must have council members who are going to be trustworthy and honest workers and who are there to serve the people that have voted for them to be there, and not there simply for their own self-interest. We must have council members who bring service to others' experiences. We must have council members who are not going to vote the party ticket or line because they are directed and are feeling beholden to do so. They must have the ability to stand in the face of adversity. In finality, I humbly and sincerely request and urge you to join me and my fellow candidates in sending a clear message on June 4th. Morristown is at a point where it has got to make the necessary change to move forward. I hope you will consider our candidacy on the 4th of June, and we look forward to serving you with vigor.
Thank you. Mr. Elms?
Thank you again to the League of Women's Voters for sponsoring and hosting tonight. I would like to close by re-emphasizing my dedication to Morristown, being involved in Morristown and the government and the way it works and the way it functions for all of its citizens. My wife and I had been living here for less than a year when I submitted my resume for consideration to serve as an alternate on the Board of Adjustment. Since that time, I served a full term on the Board of Adjustment. I've been an active member of the Morristown Rotary. Our core focus is always giving back to the community, doing charitable work, and giving to the town and its citizens and those less fortunate. I've also served on the Morristown Parking Authority. I am raising my 3 children here, just as many people at this table are raising their children in town. I'm hoping to make a difference for every citizen in Morristown, all the way from having strong schools to safe streets. Affordable housing, of course, is an important issue to me in Morristown, and furthering the quality of life for each and every citizen. I am honored to be in the race, and I look forward to serving each and every one of you. I look forward to learning from this great team, Mayor Doherty, who has served the town for a long, long time, and learning from Miss Harris and her great depth of experience that she has been so involved with the town for a long time. I look forward to following the lead of Toshiba Foster and the great work that she does with the youth in our community. I will diligently work to preserve our history and our streetscape, address the traffic issues that many of you have voiced, and I'll be a voice for everyone in Morristown to make this a better place to live for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All of the candidates are terrific. Of course, we wish that all of you could win. However, we do also also recognize, and I think the entire audience is probably aware, but I think it's important to reiterate. I know how much work goes into running a candidacy and in trying to get out there to your constituents, to understand and to hear them, and I'm very impressed with the quality of the candidates. I hope Morristown will pay them back by all going out to vote. Thank you.